where we must decide whether we are going to elect for a fourth term a liberal government with the same team who has left us with a weakened economy, rising crime, unaffordable food and housing, or are we going to elect a conservative government who's going to put down the Now, in order to bring that change, you have to make sure that you go out and vote. So tell me, who has already voted here? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This journey began for my husband and my family about 3 years and 2 months ago, when my husband decided to run for the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada. Ever since, he has been traveling from coast to coast to coast so that he can step away from the Ottawa bubble and to hear people directly. Because what we need is a government and a leader of the people, by the people. Leadership is not born in the boardroom of the elites. Leadership is not born from fancy titles or degrees. Leadership comes from true patriotism, true love for our country, our true north, strong and free. Now it's true, my husband has been doing this for most of his adult life. He has been right here, at home, fighting for all of us, our youth, our families, our seniors, and that is something to be proud of. So when Mr. Carney says that my husband doesn't know how the world works, I'll tell you what. My husband knows how Canada works and how to make it work for all of us. And while I love all of my husband's policies and truly believe that it's going to help all of us, it is important to understand the why. It's important to understand the man behind those policies. My husband, he was born from a teenage mother who gave him out for adoption to 2 school teachers from Saskatchewan. They work really hard and they live paycheck to paycheck. Pierre worked for everything in his life and nothing was handed to him. I was born in Caracas, Venezuela. Muchos latinos aquí presentes esta noche. Es un orgullo de poder representar y ser una voz fuerte para la gente latina. I was born in Caracas, Venezuela, and my family immigrated here in 1995 when I was 8 years old. My father is here tonight. When my family arrived, my dad had to trade his business suits to go and work and pick up fruits and vegetables because that's all he could do to feed our family. He taught me that there's no greater dignity than to provide for your own family, and all work is dignifying. Thank you, Dad. So, by the time that I was 17, I had moved out of home and become financially independent, 100%. By the time that I was 19, I left Montreal, moved to Ottawa, took a student loan, put myself to university, and had a full-time job at the same time so that I could pay for rent and food all by myself. By the time that I was 25, a few months before I met my husband, I was working in the Senate, and I had saved enough money to put a down payment on a little town house in the east end of Ottawa, all under my dad's advice. Thank you. So that little town house, it was $230,000 in 2012, 3 years before the Liberal government took office. That was the Canadian promise. And that is what my husband is fighting for, to restore the Canadian promise so that we can afford homes, we can afford a future on safe streets.